Hi guys, Assalamu alaikum. This is Arif. In this video, we are going to see how we can convert a doubly linked list into a linked list with head and tail. And first, we are going to do that in a C++ program and then in a C sharp program. And also, we are going to see how we can print out the first and last elements of our doubly linked list. So this is a C++ program first, in which we have defined first a struct named list, and it has three members, and first is string data, then there are two other members, the next and previous, which are of type list, and then we have a constructor as well defined like this. And after that, in the main program, we are taking the contents of an input file using the if stream and storing those contents into an output file using the of stream. Then we have defined three variables which are of type list, and these we are going to use to define our doubly linked list. And then there is a fourth variable of type string line, and here we are going to use this for loop, and inside this getLine function to take out the lines of our input file and store those into this line variable. After that, we are going to put these values into the data member of our list, and this variable we are going to use this iterator variable which we have defined here. And after that, using this if else block, we are going to construct our doubly linked list. We are going to say if elements is one of those variables which are of type list, like this. We are going to say this is going to be our head if this elements is equal to null, elements equal to iterator, this one. Else we are going to say node is equal to elements, which is our head, and we are going to say while node next not equal to null, node is equal to node next. We are going to go through all our list like this, and then we are going to say node next is equal to iterator, this one, and this is the way we are going to store all those data values. And then we are going to say the iterator previous is equal to node. And after that, we are going to iterate through our list and show those values of the elements inside our list onto the console window and store those into an output file as well using this for loop, this cout, and then this output file. And here we are going to make this head elements equal to iterator, and then we are going to use this iterator not equal to null, iterator is equal to iterator next. Finally, we are going to delete this, and we are going to close two files as well. This is our complete program, and these are the 4 lines which we are going to put inside our list using this program and show those. So let's build and run this program so we can see those 4 lines using the list. And now I am going to show you how we can add the head and tail to our list. So we are going to include this class linked list, and we are going to say it has public members. 2 are the members of type list, head and tail. We can define like this, and then we can again create a constructor, and we can make head and tail equal to null. After that, inside the main program, we have to call this class like this, create an object, and then instead of this if else block, now we can add these lines. So now we are going to construct our list, doubly linked list, using this head and tail. So we are going to say if head, we are calling this head on this object, right? So we are going to say if head is equal to null, head is equal to iterator, and then we are going to say else if head is not equal to null, then we are going to say l dot tail next is equal to iterator, and iterator previous is equal to l tail. So this is the way we are going to add all those elements at the back end of our list. Here we were also doing the same. So we are adding the elements at the back end of our list, and finally we are going to say l dot tail is equal to iterator. So you see there is a difference between these code lines and these code lines. Here we had to use a while loop like this to go all the way at the end of our list. Here we didn't using this tail because now we have head and tail. So previously we had only actually this head which we had defined as elements. And now I am going to show you how we can iterate through these elements. And for that we have to do these changes in the code. So previously iterator was equal to elements, now iterator is equal to head. So let's build and run this program. So now we can see all the elements of our list. Now I am actually show you how we can print out the head and tail of our list. So we can include these code lines. We can say head data, and we are calling those on this object, and we are going to say hello tail data. So now we are going to see the whatever is in our head and tail of our list as well. So we can see head is actually this is Arif. So we can see here tail actually is what. So we can see here. So now actually I can show you one more thing as well, that how we can print out the head and tail with the previous program where we didn't have the head and tail, but still we can print out the first and last element of our list. So what I am going to do is I am going to include these code lines, exclude these. We are going to again convert our list into a list without head and tail, so that I can show you that how we can actually print out the first and last elements even if we don't have head and tail defined, right? So this is for our previous list, right? So let's first build and run this program so that I can see everything else is fine. So we see this output. Now head and tail, if you want to print out, you have to include actually these code lines. So in these code lines we are going to use an extra for loop. So we are going to say just like this, iterator is equal to elements. We are going to start from the beginning. We are going to say iterator next is not equal to null. iterator is equal to iterator next. This is the way we are going to go all the way at the end of our list first, because had we already have this elements tail we need, and once we are going to use this first for loop, like the second for loop, first is this one, we are going to go from this beginning towards the end of our iterator, and the last iterator like this is going to be our tail. So this is going to be our head. So let's build and run this program so that you can see actually whatever I am saying. So you see, this is our head and this is our tail. So now I am going to show you there is a inbuilt list in the C++ library as well, how we can do the same thing using that list. So for that we have to exclude all these code lines which are going to define our own list, and we are going to include this new code line. This is the way we are going to define our list using this doubly linked list which is given in the C++ library. We can exclude this code line as well because we are no longer going to use this. These all code lines are going to also go because these are constructing our list. So now we are going to use actually that elements list which we have defined using this C++ library, and we are going to use this pushback function to store all the lines inside this list, right? And also we can now skip out these lines because we are no longer going to use this for loop to iterate to our list. We are going to include another code line, this for loop, to store those values inside output file using this line and show onto the console window using cout. So we are going to say list iterator is equal to elements dot begin. We are going to start from the begin and we are going to go all the way to the end using this plus plus iterator. The way we run the for loop, we can skip out these lines, and now I think our program is complete. Let's build and run this. So we can see the same 4 lines, right? And now I am going to show you how we can, using this list, print out the first and last elements. So we have to include these lines. So we are going to say auto s is equal to elements dot begin. This is our head, and then we are going to say auto x is equal to minus minus elements dot, and this is going to give us our tail. So tail is actually one element previous than our elements dot end, right? So this is the line which is going to print out this s and x. So we can see our head value and tail value as well. Actually, there is another way I can show you that as well, which is going to print out our head and tail using this C++ library. So that is going to be actually this code line. I can skip out these code lines, and I am going to say elements, which is our list dot front. And then we are going to say elements dot back. So this is the way we can also see our head and tail. So let me build and run this program. So we can see head and tail, first line and the last line. So this is the way we can actually not only define a list using head and tail and print out those head and tails as well. So now I am going to flip over to our C# program, and I am going to show you how we can implement the same list. And here actually first we can skip out these lines, because we are going to see how we can implement our doubly linked list without head and tail. So this is our class list. So we have this public member data of type string, then we have two other members of type list, and this is our constructor. And this is the way actually we can create a node for a doubly linked list, right? And then we are going to state this main function, and we are going to say stream reader input file. We are going to use the stream reader to store to take out the contents of our input file, and we are going to use the stream writer to store those contents into this output file. And then we are going to create three variables of type list, which we have defined outside our main program. And here we are going to create another variable line string, and we are going to, using this for loop, take out the contents of our input file using this readline function and store those into this line variable. And then we are going to use this line variable, and we are going to use our first variable of type list, and we are going to store all those lines into the data member of our iterator variable. And then we are going to define the structure of our doubly linked list. We are going to say if elements, this is head actually, is equal to null. We are at the top of our list, start of our list. Elements is going to be iterator. We are going to make whatever we are going to get from this line equal to this. And then we are going to say else. We are going to use now this third variable, node is equal to head, and we are going to say while node next not equal to null, node is equal to node next. So we are going to use this while loop to go all the way at the end of our list, and we are going to keep storing to this node dot next iterator, and iterator previous is going to be node. This is the way we define our doubly linked list. And after that we are going to make this head is equal to iterator, and we are going to run this for loop to populate all those values onto the console window, and plus store those into an output file as well. First we can skip out these lines. Actually we can, yes, I think I should skip out these lines so that we can see first our whole program. So here we are going to close these two files. Now this is our input file, same lines, and I'm going to show you. This is our output, those 4 lines. Using this list, we are going to print out those lines. Now I am going to show you actually those first and last element of our list, how we can print those. So this is the for loop we are going to run, and we are going to say if iterator is equal to head, this is the way we are going to get our, this is actually our head elements, right? So first we can print head using this variable, and then we are going to go all the way up to the end of our list using this for loop. We are going to say iterator is equal to iterator next until iterator next not is equal to null. This is the way we can go up to the end of our list, and then we are going to use this iterator and this data member to print out our tail. So this is going to be our head, this is going to be our tail. So let's build and run this program. So we can see our head first value, our last value, this is going to be our tail, right? And now what we are going to do is we are going to implement this doubly linked list using head and tail. So for that we are going to include this another class, and we are going to say this is going to be linked list name, and then we are going to create two public members of type list, head and tail, and then we are going to use a constructor as well, linked list, and we are going to make head and tail equal to null to start with. And after that we are going to create an object of that class as well. We are going to say linked list L is equal to new linked list. This is the way we create an object inside C# programs. Now we can use that object as well, and we can skip out these lines because we have to define a doubly linked list using head and tail. So we can include these code lines. So what we are going to do is we are going to say if on this object we are actually calling head and tail, we are going to say if head is equal to null, head is equal to iterator. Else we are going to say if we are in the middle of our list, we are going to use this tail. We are going to say if tail next is equal to iterator, we are going to say iterator previous is equal to L tail. So this is the way we can actually add the elements at the end of our list, and we are going to say L dot tail is equal to iterator. So this is the complete structure. Now we are going to print out those elements of that list. We can modify here like this as well. This we also don't need because this we were going to use to print out our head and tail. So now let's build and run this program. So we can see the 4 lines. So our list is working, and now I am going to show you how we can print out using that head and tail members of our list. So we are going to say L.head.data to print out our head, and this is going to be L.tail data to print out our list. We no longer use this extra for loop. You see, if we define our head and tail, and the code lines also don't use this while loop to go all the way up to the end of our list. So these are just differences, otherwise not my difference. Both lists can do whatever they want, and we can see our head and tail members here as well, the last line. Now actually there is a library given C++ C# list as well, so we can use now that list to do the same stuff, so that we know we can, and this is actually the best list I think we should not define our own list. We are going to use this list always, I think. So this is called linked list. This is of type string elements, and this is the way we can define our list using the C++ library. So this is a doubly linked list. We are not going to use this. We can skip out these lines as well. We can skip out these lines as well, because we are no longer going to define our own list. And this is the line we are going to include to store all the values or the lines inside our list using this add last function, which we are calling on this list. We can exclude these lines as well. This line as well. And we are going to include these lines to store our list inside our output file and populate its value onto the console window. So here we are going to say I enumerator iterator is equal to elements dot get enumerator. For iterator dot move next, we are going to say print out the values of our list using this iterator dot current onto the console window, and same iterator dot current into the output file we are going to store like this. So this is our complete program. Let's build and run this program so we can see all those 4 lines. Now I am going to show you actually how we can print out the first and last element if we need in any program. So we are going to include this line, console.write line. We are going to say elements.first, elements.last. So these are going to be our head and tail. So you see, first element, last element. So this is the way actually we can define our doubly linked list using head and tail and without those. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Have fun.